Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is Artie of Artie's Corporate Fiction. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day, everybody. We finally have, well, not final, but we have a good video tonight. This one was discovered by Danny, but it's also one that was it's involving a judge I feel like a lot of you guys are familiar with, Judge Simpson. I believe he's out of, oh god, what's Wisconsin, right? Or no, Michigan. Michigan. There it is. He's out of Michigan. He's I don't think he's unknown to most of you guys. And this one is a really good video that involves a young defendant and involves, you know, interactions with police and, you know, how the judge will speak to him on that issue. So I think it's an interesting issue. Also an interesting issue involving, you know, evidence, witness testimony. So something for me to stretch my legal chops on. The original video was very difficult. It's very difficult to hear the witness testimony as well as some of the questions presented by the attorney. Judge Simpson is fine, but it's the other folks that it's very hard of hearing. I put the video through an audio filter that I think will hopefully improve the volume of the audio. However, if there are issues, if it's still difficult to discern, I will obviously try my best to provide the subtitles as I'm able to hear it a lot better than most of you, I imagine. So we're gonna get this show on the road. Again, hello to everybody. Kristen Rapp, thank you for being a member for 4 months. When will you audit that College of in Winterhold? Soon, very soon. News Now White Run was kind of ran out of town yesterday, for multiple towns, but we have yet to go to the college. My understanding is that it is a public college, so we should be able to attend that area and take it to task. All right, so without any further delay, let's get the show on the road. Yeah. Also, the jump scare should work now. I figured out what the issue is, why the jump scare didn't trigger the last time. I had misplaced the audio file that it was supposed to look at, so that should be fixed. I was testing it today, and it should work now. So again, apologize to what's his face for that problem. Sean, I don't think that command works yet. I'll let you guys know which commands do work though.
Court does call the case of the people versus Jerome Gibbons. Counsel, please state your appearances.
Morning, I get over again. We got some people. We have Mr. Gibbons, who is present in the courtroom.
All right, this date and time set for trial. Are the parties ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You may proceed.
Your Honor, I would waive opening. Ms. Gilling has no objection. No objection, Your Honor. I would waive opening as well.
All right, you may call your first witness.
Okay, Deputy Sims.
All right, sir, please come forward to be sworn.
You solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. I do. That's it, please. State your first and last name and spelling all for the record.
Oh, so let me give you, I should give you guys a little bit of a backstory here because we're going right into the actual trial. So the issue involves a traffic stop, attended to by this deputy, and the defendant is actually not the driver of the vehicle. It's the driver's brother. So what happened is, and you'll see it here because they're going to show the body camera footage. And so the defendant is actually the brother of the driver of the traffic stop, because the traffic stop was right at the house of was at the defendant's house.
All right, you may inquire.
Thank you. And where are you employed?
Since
And how long have you been employed there?
January 21.
And were you working on June 27th, 2021? And what were you wearing that day?
Same uniform I had on our class B uniforms.
And what were you driving that day?
Ford Mark IV.
And do you recall being at the location of 1955 Ridgeview?
I do.
And what city or township is that in?
Superior,
Okay, and what county?
Washington.
And why were you at that location?
All right, jurisdiction has been established. This is in Washoe County, just in case anybody was curious about that.
I made a traffic stop with the vehicle.
And what kind of vehicle?
It's a silver Infinity.
And why did you make that traffic stop?
I ran late. It was exiting out of the Upper Woods home park. And the register owner, Jermaine Gibbons, was suspended and the vehicle showed no insurance.
And what happened after you pulled him over?
The driver had opened the driver's door. He kind of leaned outwards. There was something on his feet. I approached the vehicle, told him several times to get back in the car. As I approached the vehicle, I noticed that there was a knife on the ground. So I kicked that knife towards the front of the car, re-engaged the driver to interest him to stop. While doing so, he was yelling to his father, Jerome Tullis, who were with his mother and brother.
And what is his brother's name?
Jerome Gibbons.
And do you see Jerome Gibbons in the courtroom today? And can you point to him and tell me what he's wearing?
It was wearing a white shirt.
And let the record reflect that this witness identified the defendant as Jerome Gibbons.
Without objection, record shows so reflect.
And when you came into contact with Mr. Gibbons, Jerome, not Dwayne, what happened?
He began yelling and videotaping me on the stop. And then began walking towards the traffic stop. This was from the car where the knife was. While engaging with the driver, Jermaine, he was still approaching me from behind and videotaping me, distracting me from the stop.
And did he say anything to you?
Nothing I can recall from that.
And what were you saying to him?
So I'm gonna get back in the house.
And did you do that?
No.
And at any point did you go back into the house?
Jerome did not.
And were you giving him any other commands?
We had just let Tony get back in the house, get away, stop.
And were you wearing a body camera?
I was.
Was it recording? And during the defense counsel, were stipulated as People's Exhibit 1, the video from the body cam?
Yes, Your Honor. Council and I spoke yesterday, basically stipulated the entry of this video to evidence.
The exhibit 1 is admitted.
And may I play this?
You may.
No, the defendant is not pro se. I don't know if that's a private attorney or public defender, but he is not pro se. If you guys can see my cursor, that's the defendant, that's his attorney, that's obviously the prosecutor. And now they just stipulated to the authenticity of the body cam footage. What's up, Akira? Hit that like button if you haven't already. Really helps the channel, guys. Getting the video
I'm
set
just
up.
going to start it as soon as the traffic stop begins.
All right. Any objection?
There's no objection, Your Honor.
All right.
So let's go back.
Get back in the car now.
So already we're in a very precarious situation because right at the moment of the stop, the driver's already getting out of his car, which is usually, a lot of red flags are flying for the officer to begin with. And then the video kind of jumps, but then you see this black object right here. That's a knife. So the guy dropped the driver seemingly dropped the knife that came out of either his person or out of the car. So so two issues: the driver's getting out of his vehicle and he just dropped a weapon onto the ground and he's right next to it. So obviously the officer is I would imagine is in a heightened situation at this point. And there is somebody here. I don't know who this is. This is not the defendant, but there is already somebody here at this house. So you can now hear the officer kick the knife. So it's right there, and kicking it away from the defendant.
Why is your knife on the ground? I got that from my girlfriend. She was on some crazy stuff, bro. I really just got my scissors. Like, it's on my house. You step on the people in the knife. What? Yeah. Get back in the house. Oh, he's trying to say that. Get back in the house now. Get back in the house now.
They're gonna confirm it, but this is the defendant, I believe.
And do you see the defendant in this video at this point?
I do.
And can you tell me which one he is in the video, what he's wearing?
It's kind of far from here, but I believe he's wearing a black shirt.
Okay.
Hey, listen. You guys gonna make this a lot worse than okay. You got no insurance on your vehicle, you got suspended driver's license, correct? Get back in the house now. Listen, okay, come here. You're gonna hey, okay, then step back in the house. Hey, listen, officer, I understand that. But you need to take it back, please, step. Hold on, sir, wait, hold on. You haven't even read me my rights. Hold on, my birthday's tomorrow. Hold on, bro. Look, I haven't even read me my rights. Hey, hold up, bro. My birthday's tomorrow. Right now, yo. Listen, you have not read me my rights.
I mean, sorry. He doesn't really need to read him his rights right now because, again, he's not being questioned. I believe at this point he's being detained. I don't even know if he's under arrest at this point.
Hold up, bro. Look, I haven't even read me my rights. Hey, hold up, bro. My birthday's tomorrow. Right now, yo. Listen, you have not read me my rights.
And at that point,
So, yeah, now we're seeing the defendant right here. The cop told him to go back inside the house. Now, he doesn't have to necessarily. He can back up, but he is perfectly within his rights to record the interaction with his brother. But he's obviously far too close to the officer right now, and he's already almost getting himself right in between himself, right in between the defendant, or excuse me, the driver and the officer.
who was between you and the defendant? Sorry, I should clarify. who was between you and Jermaine Gibbons?
Jerome.
He should have called for backup at least. I think he does, but I don't even know when exactly he does, but ultimately backup does arrive. Now this is turning into a bit of a shit show because the officer's like playing Ring Around the Rosie or whatever with the freaking defendant, the brother, and the car, just trying to chase after him because it's kind of, I mean, it's almost comical if it wasn't really actually dangerous because, again, the officers obviously outnumbered. It's not like they're doing anything, you know, aggressive or violent towards the officer, but he's still outnumbered in this situation. Again, also we have that, you know, the knife incident already, but yeah. So there, the driver was able to run inside the house, and the defendant is standing right inside. I think he also told his brother, the driver, to close the door and lock the door. And there he has his arm right there at the door handle.
And what is happening at this point in the video?
Jermaine went back in the house and the door shut. Jerome was standing between me and the door.
Right there, obviously, backup arrives.
And at any point in that video that you just saw in that day, did you tell the defendant that he was being detained?
I did.
And why was he being detained?
For obstructing traffic stop.
Thank you. No further questions.
So yeah, spoiler alert, that is the actual charge. He was charged with obstruction. So that's what we're here for.
Cross-examination.
Just Deputy Simmons, of what we just saw at the very end, there was a statement made that Mr. Gibbons was a parole violator, or that there was a warrant out for a parole violation. Is that something that you had understood? Had you received that information personally from me or from any other source?
Several days prior, he was on the warrants.
Okay. On this day,
No.
you were not able to confirm whether he was on the warrant list.
Correct.
Okay. And so that statement that was made, and I'm not sure whether it was made by you or the deputy. Okay, by another deputy, that may not have been true on that day.
I'm not sure.
Thank you.
Any redirect?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Dick. Appreciate it. Any additional witnesses for the people?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Any witnesses for the defense?
What's that?
Defense calls for evidence to the stand.
Sir, please come forward to be sworn.
So, bad idea, Jeans. The defendant's going to, well, I mean, I don't know if he can really help himself. He can help it. I mean, the video is kind of obvious, but the defendant's going to take the stand, and it's going to be what you probably expected to be.
Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. I do. Have a seat, please. Sir. State your first and last name, spell them both for the record.
You may inquire.
Thank you, Mayor. Mr. Gibbons, you've just seen the video, we reviewed this video together, correct? Okay, so on this date, I believe it was June 27th, 2021, where were you at that time? Okay, is this your personal residence? Okay. Okay.
Are you picking him up?
There was another gentleman who was outside wearing a white t-shirt. Who was that?
My brother,
I don't mean the person being detained, I mean the other person that was outside on the video.
my dad,
Okay, and what is his name?
Gerald.
Okay, but not, you were wearing a black shirt, correct?
Yes.
There's no dispute about that.
Yes.
Okay. So I'd like to go through the video and stop it at various points. You can so I can ask you questions to express to the judge what was going through your mind at the time during this incident.
Jassa, it rarely is.
Get back in the car now.
Look at my brother and my mom and
Get back.
So, Mr. Gibbons, you were not present during this first part, correct? Okay.
Back in the car now. House now.
back in the house. This is my
So, is this you at this point that we see you on the screen approximately 1 minute, 12 seconds leading up into this?
Yes, ma'am.
Get back in the house
I
now.
have to get back in the house. Hey, listen. Hey, listen.
And you heard the deputy say that to you, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you did not follow that instruction? Why did you not follow that instruction?
This is where I live, off the road. I didn't see no reason. I wasn't doing it.
Okay, I apologize. Even though I went through the filter, it's very hard to get the witnesses testimony. He said there's something to the effect that it was very hard. Hold on, let me.
I have to get back in the house. Hey, listen. Hey, listen.
And you heard the deputy say that to you, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you did not follow that instruction? Why did you not follow that instruction?
This is where I live, off the road. I didn't see no reason. I wasn't doing it.
He said something like, "Why did you not follow the cops' instructions to get back into the house?" He said, "This is my house. That's my brother. I didn't see any reason to." I'm paraphrasing, so don't take this as a direct translation. I'm trying my best to paraphrase what the defendant is saying.
Okay, so just, and Your Honor, just for the record, it's deputy. Okay, so just, and Your Honor, just for the record, it's Deputy Sims. I just want to clarify that for the record. I'm sorry, I thought it was Sims. My apologies. Sims. Okay. Sorry, I also know. So you said that you heard that, but that you did not comply because you were at your residence?
I was just trying to see what's going on. I didn't just step outside. I didn't know what was going on. I was trying to see what's going on. But things jumped on my name. I was in the middle. My son, everybody was just yelling my name. Like, my son.
Okay.
Listen, hey,
Listen, you guys are gonna make this.
get back in the house.
Listen, okay, come here. You're gonna be detained. Okay, then step back in the house.
Hey, listen, officer.
Okay, so you heard that we can say that, correct? And why did you follow the instruction?
I didn't see no reason for me to be detained. I was just trying to see what's going on. That's just.
I didn't see no reason for him to be detained. I just wanted to see what was going on. I think that's what he said there.
I
Okay, go
understand
ahead and
that.
step out and put your hands behind your back and face that. Get back in the house.
This point, is that you holding the phone?
Yes, ma'am.
And why are you holding the phone?
He was getting very aggressive with my brother, and then I seen him like reach out to my brother. So, it's a lot of like stuff going on, like down with black people, and it's just like that's the only thing I know how to do is just record when I feel like the situation's going to go down. Just when I'm getting scared for my brother because I've seen the officers get aggressive and getting aggressive to my brother.
And that was your perspective.
So he's saying the cop was being aggressive towards his brother. Something police and shootings. Again, I'm not being charitable, but he said he's a lot of it. What he's saying stems around the idea that police, black folks do not have the best relationship, and he was scared for his brother. That's basically kind of where he's going with his explanation.
Yes, ma'am.
If that was your concern, you could
This is the judge now. This is Judge Simpson, obviously.
have recorded back from where you originally were. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Then why did you come up toward the vehicle?
My dad was holding me back.
Why did you come up?
Okay, so the lanky dude is actually his dad, which I kind of assumed, but I wasn't quite sure.
Toward the vehicle. Go ahead.
So at this point,
For what, bro? For what? No, bro, you
see this is continuing to escalate with the police, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you were given orders to stay back.
Yes, ma'am. I wasn't trying to interfere. My brother just kept running towards my way. And as you see in the video, I'm just trying to run around the car and just record it. So, at this time, I am on parole. I'm not trying to get in the middle of the thing. I'm just scared for my brother, so I'm trying to stay out of it. But my brother being scared for his life too. He was just
We can't talk about what you both said. What he was doing.
no, I just said he was running towards me. That's all I'm trying to say. He was running towards me. I'm just trying to record it at this time. There's other people out there recording. We're trying to record it, but he used to try to run towards me. That was
Okay.
my perspective.
I'm gonna-
But the reality is, if you had stayed where you were,
So what? So wait, he's referring when he's saying he's running towards me. He's referring to his brother or the cop. I missed that part. The cop. Okay.
this part of it would have never happened. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Mom!
Get back here now.
Mom!
You're being detained. You're placed under arrest right now. You're being placed under arrest right now.
Are you gonna kill my brother? You're gonna kill my brother?
You're under.
Okay, so we're listening to what you're saying at this moment. What were you trying to convey to the police at that time?
He can't see it in the camera, but he reached for his gun and tried to reach for his taser afterwards.
So what were you thinking at this time?
My brother's about to get shot.
So why were you behaving this way from the police?
He was trying to record, see what's going on. I didn't see stuff happen. Like police.
I never been through it. They had burst in my eyes and it was recording. Because I don't know what's happening. So your video, I don't mean to interrupt you, or maybe
I or maybe I do mean to interrupt.
your video would show the officer reaching for a weapon.
Yeah,
Where's your video?
if I still have it.
Where? Oh, your video's gone.
You know, if you wanted to have a direct counter to this body cam footage and the officers, the deputy's testimony, it would have been nice for you to have your own video, right? But you don't even have it. The entire purpose of you involving yourself here was to record the situation, but you don't even have that.
So today you're going to testify that the officer was reaching for a weapon. You're taking film, which is mainly your purpose,
Yes, sir.
and that video doesn't exist.
That's my parole. That's my fault.
Yeah, exactly, Sean. You had one job. You had one job, and you failed that.
Continue.
And the judge Simpson is already just fucking done with this.
You're being placed under arrest. Tell me.
So the film continues in this manner, and we keep hearing you say, are you gonna tell my brother? Why do you keep saying that to the police?
You're gonna kill my brother? You're gonna kill my brother?
Or I see him go for his gun and then he ran for a savior. I don't know if that was a mistake on his end, but
So he's testifying that the cop or the officer initially went for his gun, then his taser. We don't know if that's we're relying on his testimony because he doesn't have the fucking video. So we don't know if he first went for his gun and then went for his taser. But even he admits he doesn't know whether or not that was a mistake by the officer, that he was originally intending to go for his taser, but went for his gun first. Whatever. Michael McDoesn't
I know this has been seen a lot of the rest of the video with a lot of this content on it, so I'm gonna skip to where we're in front of the house of this.
Well, there's a part of the video where actually you are standing, you would admit, standing directly between the officer and your brother, right?
so
Yeah, I'll shoot us back 20 minutes, starting on the screens. Yeah.
Go ahead. I think it's at this point.
It's a taser. Come back over here now.
The cop said it's a taser.
You're being placed.
Your arm is up at that point in time, blocking your brother from the officer. Is it correct? Is your arm up, stopping your brother and blocking the officer from your brother? It's not? Continue rolling this, please.
Under arrest.
I am not done.
Right there. Aren't you right now standing between the officer and your brother with your brother behind you?
that is my mistake. The cars.
Aren't you standing between the officer and your brother? You didn't need to be right there to film, did you? Continue with your question.
Yes, Your Honor. Like, it's very-
You can continue wherever you'd like.
thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Now.
Now you heard.
The lights that we see on the stairs.
I think you guys heard right there where the defendant told his brother, "Hey, get in the house."
His legs are right in front of the door. Is that Jermaine?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay, and is it behind it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Lock the door. Lock the door. Lock the door. You're not gonna kill my brother. You're not gonna kill. I do nothing.
What are you trying to tell the police officer at this point?
I don't kill my brother. I'm scared of my brother. That's my whole purpose for me acting the way I was acting.
When you said I wasn't doing anything wrong, why did you say that?
I was just trying to stay, I was just trying to record. I wasn't trying to interfere with what was going on outside the house. My brother just kept on towards me.
I do nothing. I do nothing wrong.
You got a warrant for parole.
No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't.
Hands behind your back.
Ow! What up?
Everyone ran in the house.
I was reporting. I just reported.
Okay. So at this point, we've heard someone say that you had a warrant for parole absconding. To the best of your knowledge, is that true?
No, man. I was on separate activity at the house at the time. Look out there, you can see the ankle bracelet around my
Had you been in touch with your parole officer?
yes, I talked to her earlier that morning. I had to report that they actually, I was coming home from work. I had to report while I was at work. The video chat, FaceTime, just get just talk to me hours before the situation.
Were you informed at any time, and I don't want to hear specifically, this is just a very vague question, were you informed at any time that there was a parole violation or absconding while you were arrested? So what did you think about that? You heard that from the officers that were now putting in handcuffs.
Just call my PO. So, I got a warrant for absconding. I'm gonna tell you, just call my PO. I'll call it for you. You know, something that's in my mind. Gotta be safe.
Okay.
What are you talking
You are
about?
parole absconder.
How am I parole absconding?
Listen.
I have my tether on. Y'all see this, man? Man.
Listen, you're gonna go to the
trying to get me now.
man.
I'm not getting anything. Trying to get me now. I'm not.
Now that you're in handcuffs, do you see your brother nearby? You want me to remind it?
But yeah, I see him.
Okay, so he's back in the presence of the police at the time.
Yes, ma'am.
I just What the fuck?
Here.
I'm not doing that. I'm not getting outside. Y'all scaring the fuck out of me, bro. Call my PO. Give me my phone.
Okay.
Give my phone, man. Where's it at? Give my phone.
He's telling you
I'm
now.
not doing nothing, man. Calm down, bro. Calm down. I'm not doing nothing, man. Chill out. Man, you see this? You see this, man? You see this, man? I'm not doing nothing wrong, bro. I don't have no warrants or nothing, bro. I'm on parole, bro. Are you serious, bro? I'm on parole.
You're obstructing my traffic stop.
No, I'm
You're
not. No,
You're
I'm
being
not.
detained at the
No, I'm
moment.
not. You're trying to kill my brother,
You're
bro.
being detained at the
You're
moment.
trying to kill my brother, bro.
You're trying to kill my brother, bro. You're trying to kill my brother, bro, which is what he's saying. I don't believe. Yes, apparently he was on parole at this point. I don't, and I believe the defense counsel already asked whether or not this incident affected his parole. I believe it did. But yes, he's currently on parole.
Get back here now.
You're trying to kill my brother, bro. I didn't do nothing wrong, sir.
Get in the car.
I didn't do nothing. Bro,
Get in
I'm
the
not
car.
parole, bro.
Get in the car.
Why are you tripping,
It's the
bro?
last time I'm going to tell you.
Obviously, the officer's lost his patience at this point, which I honestly can't really blame him.
So having reviewed this video now multiple times and understanding the judge's questions to you, what is it about your conduct that day that you believe wasn't some sort of attempt to interfere with an officer?
I could stay back from a reasonable distance, but I knew that. That's why in the video I was trying to like push like myself away from what was going on. I was trying to get away from my brother. But my brother being so scared to get out here, he always looked up to me, so he just trying to run behind me. But
So, if you guys can't hear him, what he's trying to say is he said that he was trying to maintain a reasonable distance, and that it was his brother who was constantly trying to get behind him. and not him trying to get in front of, in between his brother and the officer. It was more his brother's trying to get behind him. But so it's kind of what he's. I'm paraphrasing what he's saying here so far.
I know this as being on the I'm not going to interfere or be around or type of big situation. So I'm trying to record it.
Young man, there's a point on that video, and if we have to go back to it, where your brother went into the house, right?
Yes, sir.
Did you see the point at which he blocked that door? Does that change your response to counsel's question?
Did you see the point where you blocked the door?
Question.
Question is after having reviewed all that video and like the judge's questions, I was to see how your belief that you were not, to explain your belief that you were not attempting to interfere or obstruct with an investigation.
Again, guys, defense attorneys got to do what they're trying to do. Basically what I getting from the defense attorney, she's trying to go through a matter of the intent behind him and trying to emphasize that his intent was not to obstruct, but only to record the situation and, and was acting only in the best interest of his brother and not to actively obstruct. She's going for that, the intent. I think we all can see from the body camera footage what was his intent, but I'll let it play. But that's what the defense attorney's trying to argue. Again, don't rag on the defense attorney. She's doing what she's obligated to do. It's her job.
Investigation regarding your brother.
Please, I'm getting scared from all this. Your Honor, I understand that police officers trying to do overly aggressive. This meeting.
Man, let me just break it down to you this way. You knew the officer was attempting to try to arrest your brother, right or wrong? But that's what the officer was trying to do, right?
Stop and get it.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And there came a point after everything went on that you got to the doorway of the house, right?
Yes, sir.
And your brother had gone inside.
Yes, sir.
And the officer's outside, and you are between your brother, the doorway, and the officer, right?
Yes, sir.
And you are blocking that doorway.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, counsel.
Yes, sir. At that time, as much as your body was blocking the doorway, what was your intent were you intending to block or what were you intending to do?
Wasn't intended to block the doorway. It may look like that.
Well, then explain your intent.
I was just trying to record and just literally see what I still even know what video was going on. But like I said, I was in the middle of it. I'm seeing my mom, my dad, and I hear my brother. I'm seeing him outside yelling. I didn't know it was him outside yelling at first. I'm just hearing my name just repeatedly be called. And I'm just going into frantic. Because first thing I do, I come outside, I see it, I see it going on. I'm just like, I can't walk straight up to the scene, even though I got too close. It was, it is. I'm just trying to record and just see what's going on in this point.
Thank you, Mr. Hughes. I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Hey, thank you, Jim Rayner, for joining the membership.
Any cross-examination?
Very briefly, Your Honor. You just testified that you knew he was an officer and that he was just trying to do his job, correct?
I testified that I knew he was conducting a stop, but I was just trying to see what was going on.
So you didn't just state just now that he was just trying to do his job?
I stated he was conducting a stop. I wasn't trying to answer.
Thank you, that's all.
That's all. Fucking the prosecuting attorney. All right, I want to repeat because I missed this part.
Any cross-examination?
Very briefly, Your Honor. You just testified that you knew he was an officer and that he was just trying to do his job, correct?
I testified that I knew he was conducting a stop, but I was just trying to see what was going on.
So you didn't just state just now that he was just trying to do his job?
So you didn't just state that just now that you testified that the officer was just trying to do his job.
I stated he was conducting a stop. I wasn't trying to answer.
Thank you, that's all.
Thank you. That's all.
Did you hear him give you the command, get back in the house?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you hear him tell you that you were being detained?
Yes, or Salvador.
No, that was not the question. Did you hear him tell you you were being, did you hear him tell you that you were being detained?
Yes, or Salvador.
What did he say? He said yes or what?
Him give you the command, get back in the house?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you hear him tell you that you were being detained?
Yes, or Salvador.
No,
I can't.
that
I
was not the
can't.
question. Did you hear him tell you were being detained?
Yes.
And didn't he tell you, if you continue this, you're making it worse than it needs to be? And didn't you tell your brother to go in the house and lock the door? Okay. And isn't it true that the officer never made any threats to harm your brother?
What do you call it, sir?
Did the officer make any verbal statements threatening your brother? Did he say he was going to shoot him? And isn't it true he never pulled out his gun?
He pulled out his gun.
He pulled out his gun?
So he now just testified that the officer pulled out his gun. That's a pretty damning statement right there, or a pretty strong allegation.
He pulled out his taser.
He pulled out his gun, then he pulled out his tape, like he made a mistake. Like honest mistake. It's very human.
Okay.
So he's testifying that he said they pulled out his gun, and then I guess he is testifying that he pulled out his gun, then holstered it, and then pulled out his taser, as though the officer made a mistake when he initially pulled out his gun.
Thank you. And you stated
And obviously, Judge Simpson is like, this dude full of shit.
in testimony that your brother was always coming to you. You were trying to get away from him. But isn't it true, originally, you're the one that walked towards the car?
Walked towards the car recording now.
Okay, so yes or no? Isn't it true you walked towards the car?
It's just like, Lord, give me patience.
Okay. No further questions, Your Honor.
Any redirect?
No recross. No, you're right. Wow, this is, no redirect. Thank you.
Young man, you knew your brother was being stopped, right?
Okay, I hate to pause it, but I need to get another drink for this. This is gonna be good, guys. I promise it's gonna be good. Give me a second here. Promise. Once. All right, I'm back.
Yes, sir.
After everything goes on outside around the vehicles that are outside and you get to the porch area, at some point you told your brother to go in the house.
Yes, sir.
When you said that, you knew, or did you not know at the time, that that was going to interfere with what the officer was attempting to do? Whether the officer was right or wrong, you knew that was going to interfere with that, right?
Yes, sir.
When you got up to the door, your brother goes in the house, you're in front of the door.
Yes, sir.
And we can play it if you don't remember it.
I remember.
You remember putting your arm up across the doorway? When you had your camera in your one hand, do you remember putting your arm up across the doorway and blocking that doorway?
Officers got in my head. Yeah.
You want to play it before the officers came up? You remember standing across that doorway? When you got to the door, your brother goes inside, the door shuts.
Mm-hmm.
You had the camera in your hand, presumably you were still recording. Do you remember your arm came across the doorway? You don't remember that? Why were you standing there?
I was standing in the doorway after my brother had left. At this point, I'm just in my head. It's like, okay, it's somewhat safe. At this point, I'm still trying to figure out what's going on. Because even so, the situation with it, so it escalated so far on from me just trying to figure out what was going on. I didn't have no intention to just come out and just mess with you.
Young man, the reality is the very first command that officer gave to you was to go in the house, right? But even if you had not followed that command, but had stayed where you were,
Yes, sir.
would you agree with me that none of this other stuff would have happened?
Yes, sir.
Any questions based upon the court's questions?
You have a hearing. Oh, Your Honor.
You may step down.
Yes, sir.
This is no further witnesses, Your Honor.
Any rebuttal witnesses for the people?
Oh, Your Honor.
Closing arguments.
Hey, thank you, Stroke Assaulter. I mean, I would love to, but Judge Simpson would never want to go on my channel, because he's an actively sitting judge. It wouldn't be really appropriate for him to do that, especially for a small-time channel like myself. I would love to talk to him, but it's not happening.
That people have shown beyond a reasonable doubt through the video that the court has just watched that not only did the defendant know that this was a police officer engaging in his police duties, that he was standing in between his brother and him, avoiding the lawful commands the officer gave him to get back in the house and or step back. He was putting his arm in front of his brother and getting in between the officer and his brother numerous times. He did not disengage and take himself away from the picture. He also told his brother to get in the house and lock the door. He heard from the video and then stood in front of the door after the officer said, "Do not go into that house." But I would ask you to find the defendant guilty and find him guilty of attempted resisting obstruction. I'm sorry.
Mr. Gibbons obviously feels very strongly that his primary concern that day was the protection of what he needed was the protection of his brother. This case is over a year old, it's from June 27th of 2021, and I know that police citizen encounters have been very strained in the last couple of years, particularly so. And that Mr. Gibbons was trying to act in the best interest of what he thought was the protection of his brother. He would submit for argument that each time while he was recording, and I know that he answered Your Honor's questions, very pointed questions in terms of staying back or coming forward, that his name, Mr. Jerome, you're not sure you being regarded, but Jerome, his name being called repeatedly, it was a very emotional situation. Sense that something was very wrong, or that his brother was going to get hurt, that he was not otherwise attempting to interfere with their investigation so much as, and I understand it turns on its head at some point, that he simply was seeking the protection of his brother. And through the video, even in the instance, say around the car, where his brother is standing behind him with this, and he's got his arm out, that would be more of an instinctive reflex, so much as a protective move, as opposed to an attempt to interfere with what they're doing. It all centered on the protection of his brother. It's a very emotional response and that's the result. And that when he was placed in handcuffs at some point, he was told that there was a parole absconding warrant, and he didn't believe that to be true, since he had just reported with his parole officer. The case is more about everything leading up to that point, that you have not seen the entirety of interactions of all the parties. And Mr. Gibbons just submit to you that he was not attempting to interfere with the or obstruct with the investigation. So, thank you.
Anything else from people?
I would just note that when the court asked the defendant, did you know that that was going to interfere with what the officer was doing? And you see how that would interfere. His answer was yes.
Yes, the light commands now work. By the way, guys, I turned on a few of them. You have to be at minimum a member and or mod in order to be able to use them, though. So there you go. It's another perk for being a member.
And even if we overlook everything in between his brother, as soon as he was placed in the handcuffs, he continued to pull away. So even if he was protecting his brother this entire time, after he was taken away from his brother, he was still pulling away from the officer.
Well, since the defense has brought it up, I'll address it. I usually won't and don't address things in terms of race or anything else along those lines where it is irrelevant to a circumstance, but I think it needs to be said. Young man, the best thing that I can say to you is that as I watched this video, what you did was stupid. Yes, as defense counsel is indicating, and you yourself were trying to indicate, there are things going on in this country involving African-American men and police officers.
Yeah. So get ready for this. This is where you get your popcorn ready.
This isn't one of them.
This ain't it, Chief. That's what, Judge Simpson says, hey, there's a lot of things going on between African Americans and police, a lot of issues, a lot of discussions going on in this country. This is not one of those situations.
This one you created. This is one that you made or attempted to try to make out of whole cloth. You actually, maybe you ought to take a look at, rather than maybe going on social media and just getting that information, take a look at all of those cases that you're trying to refer to and what happened. This deputy comes up on a situation of a traffic stop. Realistically, a simple traffic stop. The reality is though, for officers, they come up on these traffic stops having no idea what happens or what can happen. This deputy is there, and a weapon now becomes involved in that traffic stop. And so maybe if you took a little bit of perspective on it, that's what that deputy's dealing with at that moment. And then comes you. And you had a whole lot of choices. The very first question I asked you, because you were saying you wanted to film it. Frankly, the courts have said you have that right to do that. But that doesn't mean you can film it and interfere. You could have gotten everything you wanted in terms of filming if you had stayed right where you were. But because of you, quite frankly, because now this deputy's attention has to be diverted. And because of you, now this thing begins to escalate.
Thank you, Akira.
And as I'm looking at that video, young man, there are so many points where if you make a different decision, the whole thing changes course. But you didn't. And you just kept going. And then I don't even, after you're in cuffs, certainly you're still not acting right. But I'm gonna go to the part where and nobody wants to have their family member arrested. I get it. But you don't have the right to then say, go in the house and then stand in the doorway. What you're lucky about, in a lot of ways, is that it was for a simple traffic stop. Because if it had been for something more serious, they're going in.
Which is true. If this was like a felony stop, or your brother had an active warrant for a violent arrest, the cops wouldn't have just chilled out there. They would have busted down the door and get your brother, and that would have created an even bigger mess than what just transpired.
And I think you understand what I'm telling you. So, and again, I don't like to deal with things in terms of race, but don't come before this black man and try to tell me those circumstances. I've been on this earth a whole lot longer than you have. While I wear this robe, growing up, I had my issues with police in terms of being stopped. But you know what? And maybe we ought to learn this. Whenever I'm in those situations, I just go back to what my mama told me. You just got to act right. It's going to be what it's going to be, but you just got to act right. The problem here is you didn't. Not one move you made from the time you came out of that house to the time that you blocked that door to after you got in cuffs, did you do right?
And there was much rejoicing.
Hey, Joshua, thank you for the 5 gifted subs.
Sad fact is I asked you those questions.
Memberships.
I think you knew it. You didn't do the right thing. I'm not here to judge you morally or anything else like that as to whether or not you did the right thing. It's not the circumstances that are out there where maybe young black men get shot, get hurt, or whatever, where they're doing nothing. This is a circumstance that involved a weapon. You could have gotten shot for what? It would have been for nothing. Because the worst thing, if you had just left it alone, the worst thing that was going to happen, that deputy was going to take your brother into custody, take him down, process him, do whatever the deputy needed to do. And then he was going to be released, but he would have been alive, and you wouldn't be here. You caused all that for nothing. With reference to the specifics of the offense, the officer clearly was lawfully performing his duties and his obligations. as indicated, the defendant in this case, Jerome Gibbons, came out of the house. I don't know that he necessarily had to follow the deputy's first command of going back in the house, but if he had stayed where he was, and that was it, there wouldn't have been a problem. But then he approaches the officer. That's the first obstruction, because now the officer's attention is diverted from what he's doing. And then because of that, the individual in the vehicle is permitted, kind of leaves that and is not cooperating with the deputy at that point, and then begins to run behind the defendant. I mean, I get what might be a normal reaction, but I don't think he was just running behind you. You were running interference for him. And maybe as a brother, if that were my brother, I get it. But you can't legally do that. You know that deputy needs or wants to take him into custody. You can't interfere with that. And you did it at that point before you got to the stairway. Then you further obstruct by telling him to go in the house. That in even of itself, because that was followed by your brother, is a further obstruction. Then once he goes in the house, you further obstruct by the door shuts behind you and you stand in front of the door between that officer and getting at the subject, your brother. I don't even need to get to the point, because there may be some point of contention as to whether or not there was a warrant out for you or not. I don't even need to get to that.
Nope.
I got 4 or 5 points where you obstructed this officer. What I'm surprised about, quite frankly, and where you're lucky, is that this wasn't charged as a felony, because I think properly it should have been.
Damn.
So for those reasons, the court believes that the people have sustained their burden of showing beyond a reasonable doubt that the defendant interfered with, resisted and or obstructed this deputy, and would therefore find that the defendant is guilty of this offense. Defendant is referred to probation for a pre-sentence investigation and report. Sentencing in this matter will be
September 14th.
September 14th, 2022, 9 a.m. That will be via Zoom. What might help counsel prior to his sentencing is if the
Here we go. Judge Simpson
Here's my
classic.
problem. I'm not going to order that he do this. But as I'm listening to this young man, it is apparent to me that he possesses some level of intelligence. I think that he's a bright young man.
At least he, I don't think you're stupid. All right.
If he would write to this court, to this judge, what maybe he would have learned or would have done differently. I will take that into account in terms of his sentencing. But it better be good.
He's got homework.
So we discussed that with Mr. Gibbons. Thank you very much. I'll also. Oh,
Thank you. Use your head.
Use your head. And that's the sign off statement right there.
All right. We've got the other matter. Court's going to stand in about.
So there it is. Oh, by the way, guys, if you want to be able to obtain memberships through gifts, you got to opt into it. The way you will opt in is you'll see if you click on Josh's icon above the chat right there. There's going to be a button that says like opt in memberships or receive memberships or something like that. And you click on that, check the radio dial to allow yourself to receive gifted memberships. So that's how you're able to obtain a gifted membership from people, just as an FYI. But yeah, there it is. I mean, Judge Simpson calling him out on his BS. Lumia is the lighting system that I'm using that allows you guys to use commands to change the lights. It's on a cooldown, which means stop spamming the light change. I did that specifically so you guys wouldn't abuse the commands. All right. Anyway, so right on to Judge Simpson. I think he kind of told this young man a good lesson. Hopefully he kind of comes out of it for the better, but you never know. Hey, thank you, Angstball, for the five gifted memberships. Really appreciate it. Thank you. So we got one more video for this evening, a bonus. This was out of Code Blue Cam. This one was definitely shared with me earlier. And we're going to go straight into it.
On August 28th, 2021,
So this is not La Crosse, but it is Rice Lake, Wisconsin.
dispatch advised they'd received a 911 hang-up call in Rice Lake, Wisconsin. Officers responded to the address of the call and made contact with a female. The female stated her husband was drunk and bothering her. Nothing physical occurred, but he had a drinking problem and was agitated with her over them being separated. She said he drove off from the residence and also had a revoked license. Her husband was identified as 39-year-old Joshua Springer.
I'm trying to separate myself from him, but it's very difficult when you're married to someone who's a narcissist and alcoholic.
Sure.
And I have PTSD from prior domestic abuse issues, and I just...
Well, with nothing physical happening and everything calm right now.
Is that him?
That's the white car?
I don't know if that's him or not. Yeah, I don't know if that's him.
Canadian candy. I don't even know what Canadian candy would be that's different from American candy, Stroke. I honestly don't know.
You drive a white car?
Yes,
Like that?
like
But if it's chocolate-based, I'll take it.
that.
That's a beauty.
Yeah.
Minutes later, officers advised they located Joshua, parked at a Quick Trip convenience store.
Oh, shut up, NCT. I see you there. It's not La Crosse, it's Highlight. Come on.
You roll your window down? Hey, man. Hey, Josh. Hey, Josh Springer. Oh, we just got called to, spoke with, I believe it's your wife. You guys are separated right now. She said that there was a little incident that happened, and then seen you drive by, so we figured we'd stop out here and talk to you and get your side of the story of what's going on tonight. I don't know, you want to tell me? Were you over at the residence earlier? Or did you guys get in a disagreement or anything? Why would we have been called there? That's what I'm asking you, if you were there. We talked to her, so we obviously, she told us what had happened, so we'd like to talk to you and hear your side of the story. There's always two sides to all stories. So, Josh, roll the window down. You want to step out for me? Unfortunately, I'm asking you to step out, okay? Step out of the car, Josh. Josh, I'm telling you to step out of the vehicle.
Joshua reportedly locked the doors and refused to get out of the car after numerous orders to exit.
Get out of the car.
Josh, get out of the vehicle.
Clearing and applying your 27 information on Josh.
You made a traffic stop on him, right?
Well, if you parked to walk up on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can talk to him. Josh, unlock the vehicle. Sounds good.
Due to his uncooperative behavior, officers parked 2 squad cars behind Joshua's car to prevent him from leaving.
Yep.
Yep. Josh, step out of the vehicle. No, right now. Yeah, you can finish it outside. Step out of the vehicle now.
I feel like the narrator would not note that the cops parked 2 vehicles behind his car if he wasn't foreshadowing something. Here we go. Again, I'm actually completely blind. I haven't pre-watched this. This is all new to me.
I'll let you finish it, but you're gonna step out of the vehicle now, okay? Okay, I'll let you finish.
I see what you did there,
Finish the
Wazoo.
cigarette. I'll let you finish the cigarette, okay? You turn the car off and step out, you can finish your smoke. Thank you. Step out of the vehicle, Josh, so we can figure out what's going on tonight. Don't reach for anything. There's none back there. Shoes? Josh, step out of the vehicle. Right now. Do not reach for anything else, Josh. Step out of the vehicle. Step out of the vehicle, Josh. Otherwise, I'm gonna break this window and drag you out of the car, okay?
He then started the car and rammed into both parked squad cars.
There it is.
Good to go.
And there it is. Yep. Oh, fuck. Yep. 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 Yep.
Stop! Get out of the car, Josh! Get out of the car right now! Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Get out of the car, Josh! Get out of the car right now! What's all this about?
What's all this about, guys? What?
Get out of the car. Open the door.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Keep your hands up! Josh, get out of the car! 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 Go now! Give me your arm! Give me your arm! Give me your arm! Back! Give me your arm! I got cuffs. Give me your arm right now. I'm trying. You're gonna get sprayed, bro. Well, you're pressing me down, so I can't. Here, you wanna get the hand on there? Yep. There we go. Okay.
Oh, what the hell is this? RA, thank you for the 19.99 super chat. I'm catching up. Look at Artie smiling at his phone at 53 minutes. Tell the girlfriend we said hi. She's watching, so I mean, you can already see this.
It's not that hard to not resist, is it? I'm not resisting. Do you see me not resisting? Yeah, I'm just laying here in the wet ground. How's that? No, I didn't hit your car. Is that good though? We'll check it here in just a sec, okay?
Thank you guys for the $10.
Okay, it's okay.
I did hear about that, but I'll watch it when I get to it.
Oh yeah. How you doing, man? Just feeling okay? Not injured or anything?
No, I just want to get off the wet ground, that's all.
We just want to make sure you're not injured.
I'm not injured.
Yep.
Alright, so hold on. Before you lift me up on this side,
Yep.
you see my shoulder?
Yep.
Okay, so just be careful. Lift me up. There you go.
Hang on, man. I'm gonna search you here.
I got nothing.
Alright.
Chicken voice landing.
Alright, left side. No.
Hang on, man.
Just
Hang on, man.
You see that one?
Hang on.
Left side, that's all.
Okay. I understand. I'm just searching you right now. Make sure you got nothing on you.
You're fine. No, I'm just showing you my right shoulder. Just please, left side.
I have a bad shoulder. Drink.
That's all.
Yep, he's good. He's right there.
Okay, can I push up?
Yeah, just wait, all right?
Please.
right.
Don't lift me from the side.
Why? What's wrong with your shoulder?
Yeah, exactly. I got 5 pins on a plate.
Okay.
Hold on.
You want us to turn you the other way around?
Just let me get up.
Well, we gotta help you here.
I know.
No, we're not gonna pull. We're not gonna
on
pull.
that one.
We're not gonna
We're
pull.
just guiding you, okay?
Yep.
Ready?
Yep.
Set.
Yep. Yep.
Go.
Yep. Yep.
There we go.
All right. Going to the practice run. I'm so wet. Let's go. Let's go. Didn't have to be this way. Where are we going? Right back there.
Just a couple cuts, or?
I'm cold. I'm wet. Come on.
Do you have any cuts on you at all?
I don't know. I think that's for me. Should go.
Did you cut yourself?
Yeah. Check your hands, man. I think from myself.
Okay. Just making sure that you didn't slit yourself. Brace yourself deep at all. What is this here? Just a second. Alright. Jump to the back.
Watch it in.
Kind of just explain what you saw and what we did.
The whole entire
If you're able to, I mean, obviously he was not.
I was
Yeah.
gonna back up and like get out of your
Okay.
guys' way, but you kind of pulled up your squad car. So
Yeah, I pulled it up because I was afraid he was going to try to take off or do
Like he
something.
did?
And
And maybe you staying where you were actually stopped him from being able to do
well,
that.
if he backed up, then he would have been able to do this.
Can I even ask what happened? Like,
I mean, non-compliant and ended up hitting our squad. So
The only thing I saw was them walking up and they were trying to talk to him, and he rolled up his window.
do you want to?
if you could just put in detail, if you want to go inside and fill it out too, if it's better for you.
Let's go in real quick.
While en route to the police department, Joshua had attempted to get out of the handcuffs by popping his thumb out.
What? Oh my god. I mean, I heard that you could do that, but shit.
914. He popped his thumb out. Said he popped his thumb out.
He's still 95. Take him back to the PD.
Upon arrival, officers observed his glassy eyes and an odor of intoxicants coming from Joshua.
No shit.
He's trying to play possum. He's trying to play possum in here.
I like the way he characterized it. He's playing possum, aka he's playing dead.
Yeah, because every time everyone would roll up, he would go, he leans over here. He keeps trying to pop his thumb out of the handcuffs. We're going to have to tie him.
Peyton in the bathroom cleaning up.
No, he went home.
Yeah, he's everything's covered. He could smell booze off of him.
You would have to give him a call. So he's trying to pop his thumb out, so we got to tie him.
Hey!
Hey!
For you.
What can I do for you? It's like he fucking booted up. I wish I had the Windows boot up sound right there. Where he's like fucking in sleep mode, and he just booted up just so.
What was your
Or even better with a fucking Obi-Wan meme. Hello there.
scared? Are you scared? Hey!
Hello there.
What can I do for you? Oh, is your boy scared? Are you scared? He's popping his thumb out? No, I'm the scared one. He's actually more
His thumb's not coming out. I'm not going to.
He just fucking shuts the door on him.
Hop on out, man.
I'm sorry, what?
Hop on out.
No, I was just getting out.
Come over.
Which way?
Come over.
Okay.
Are you cut?
I don't know, you tell me. You look at me and you tell me.
I'm looking at you.
All right, look, guys. If I haven't already called her my waifu, I'll say it right here that Danny's my waifu, because again, I'm not maidenless anymore. Anyway, moving on to my personal life.
Okay, look at me. Is there a problem?
I'm looking here.
Is there?
Stop.
I'm just wondering, is there a problem?
Is that what you're looking at? Is there a problem? What the fuck are you looking at, Blondie?
Blondie?
God, I wish I had you hand to hand.
You threatening me?
Yeah. I can't tell if that's a physical threat or a sexual threat. I wish I could have you and him.
No, I'm just saying. You're staring at me real hard. Like
I'm just looking at you.
Okay. So, are we going to jail or are we going to stand here in Rice Lake?
Well, we're going to stand here for a second. We're going to do a field sobriety investigation on you.
For what?
For drinking.
No, we're not. We're going to jail.
You're going to cooperate if you take the handcuffs off?
No, we're going to jail. Flat out. Put me in the car and let's just go to jail. Thank you.
Stop. You're not dictating the terms here.
Okay, well.
It was later discovered Joshua had 5 prior OWI arrests in Minnesota and 1 in Wisconsin.
Holy shit.
Whoa,
you guys are all in action.
Yeah, I see that.
Look, I'm taking a knee. You guys are all in action.
What was that? Should be in the
Are you ready?
bag.
I took a knee. Okay, I mean, you guys are all in action. I took a knee. Are you ready now?
6, guys. 6. He said 6. What was it 5 in Minnesota, 1 in Wisconsin, or 5 in Wisconsin and 1 in Minnesota? So 6 total.
I don't know what that means.
That means but I'm having a hard time balancing, so.
Why is that?
Alright. We're ready to do this form here, okay? Statement of rights.
No.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say
No.
and can will be used against you in a court of proceeding.
Thank you, Thomas. 5 Minnesota, 1 in Wisconsin.
You have the right to consult an attorney for making a statement or answer
I know
any
my
questions
rights.
and to have an attorney present with you during
That's
questioning.
great.
If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed at public expense to represent you before or during any questioning if you so wish. If you decide to answer questions now with or without an attorney, you have the right to stop the question.
Okay, I think he now realized that this is not an NFL football field, so he's no longer taking a kney.
Remain silent at any time you wish, and the right to ask for and have an attorney at any time you wish, including during the questioning. You understand your rights?
I do.
Realizing that you have these rights, are you willing to answer a couple questions for us and make a statement?
No, I just want to go to jail.
You don't walk away on that.
Hold on. Where the hell am I going to walk? I mean, come on.
Stand still.
If you don't know where the hell you're going to walk, why are you walking in the first place?
Standing.
You want to do some field sobriety test for us?
Nope.
No? Gonna refuse?
Yep.
Okay.
Yup.
Do a PBT?
Nope.
No?
Nope. I'll take the refusal. I'll go to jail. Do all that.
So you don't want to do any field sobriety tests at all?
Nope.
How about you provide the benefit of the doubt and do a PBT to make sure?
I said no.
You don't want to do that?
I said no.
Okay. I'm getting a smell. You smell? Can you get anything? Yeah. Alright, we're going to arrest for OWI right now. Alright. Informant and accused. Under Wisconsin implied consent law, I'm required to read this notice to you.
All right. Miranda.
You've either been arrested for an offense. Yep. Under Wisconsin implied consent law, I'm required to read this notice to you. You have either been arrested for an offense that involves driving or operating a motor vehicle while under the influence of alcohol or drug.
Oh, this is not Miranda. I guess this is Wisconsin's like OWI specific recitation of rights, I guess.
Or both, or you are the operator of a vehicle that was involved in an accident that caused the death of great bodily harm to or substantial bodily harm to a person, or you are suspected of driving or being on duty time, out of service or disqualified. In addition, your operating privileges will also be suspended if a detectable amount of a restricted controlled substance is in your blood. Will you submit to an evidentiary chemical test of your blood?
You just took all my shit.
I'm asking you, will you submit to an evidentiary chemical test of your blood, yes or no? Is that a yes? I need a verbal yes or a verbal no.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, he said
chemical test of your blood. Time it's out of service or disqualified. In addition, your operating privileges will also be suspended if a detectable amount of a restricted controlled substance is in your blood. Will you submit to an evidentiary chemical test of
so he agreed that he will submit to a test. All right, that's what I thought.
Stay cooperative because we don't want to add any additional charges, okay? Right now you got obstructing, you got an OWI, and a revocation, okay? We don't want
Revocation of what?
your driver's license is revoked.
I was gonna say I'm not on probation.
No, your driver's license is revoked.
Yeah, it's
so,
been revoked.
Can you?
Like 20 years ago.
Yeah, since 2003.
He's had a revoked license since 2003.
So can you just?
So yeah, nearly at the time of this recording, about 19 years.
Do us a favor and calm down and be cool with us now, okay? We're at this point.
Yeah.
We don't want to fight with you. We don't want to do dumb shit with you, okay?
No, I just want to move on to the next phase.
18
Sounds
years.
good. So stay cooperative for us, please, and continue on from this point on, okay?
All right.
Joshua was charged with felony OWI and misdemeanor counts of resisting and disorderly conduct ×2. His cash bond was set at $500. Ultimately, the charges were dismissed on the prosecutor's motion because of Joshua's passing in September 2021.
Yeah, he died like he passed away like 8 days after this recording. Danny, she said she wasn't able to find out the circumstances, but he apparently died. Was found dead in his home. So yeah, that would explain why the prosecutor would drop the charges. Can't exactly convict a dead man. All right, guys. I think this is where I'm going to end it here.
You gotta lift the mood up with something.
I got what?
You gotta lift the mood up a little bit. Come on.
What? What? Because of what circumstances? I mean, I didn't mean to end on a downer, for God's sake. All right, we could do this one. Man calls 911 saying he gave $25 and didn't get any drugs.
Telling you, dude ran off with my money, and I'm not getting no pussy, and I don't got no drugs for her, so I'm super pissed, flat out.
You know, hey, I can understand that. You know what? This is a disgruntled customer. He paid good money for service and product, and he got neither. So you know what? I understand why he would notify the police for that.
The fuck you
Columbus
mean?
Police Tech 107.
Yes, I just gave this guy $25 to buy me a crystal meth, and he ran in his house.
I paid $25 for some crystal meth, and I didn't get shit.
I'm out, and I don't want to do nothing that's irrational, but
Yeah.
either dude gonna give me my money or something gonna happen. So
What's the address? And what's your name?
and my name is
I'm sorry, what was it?
Pierre.
Pierre?
Yeah, Pierre.
Can you spell it for me?
Pierre.
Pierre. His first name is Pierre? Yeah, Frenchman.
And what's your phone number, please?
614.
Okay. Do you know this guy's name?
Nah, so I was on Sullivan Avenue in Cypress at this little, it's like a church building. I was just sitting under it because it was raining. It had like a little bench on it. And a guy said that he could get me some drugs. So I said, I really don't want to do none. But when he said it was cheap, dude took my $25 and went in this green house on Dakota Avenue and didn't come out. So
He got scammed. So he just got fucking scammed by, hey man, I can give you drugs cheap. And like, all right, here's $25. And he went back in the house and didn't come out. And so he's pissed. And he called 911. All right, this is the perfect palate cleanser, okay? Here you go.
So,
Okay. What do he look like?
he's black. He has on a blue champion hoodie. And he had on black pants and a black satchel, a book bag.
Okay.
Don't argue with these people. Don't argue with them. Don't argue with them.
Who are you talking to?
Don't argue, man. I'm just going to call the police, like I said.
Okay. And are you standing outside?
I'm outside their house. I'm not going nowhere. I'm not scared of nothing because they got my money.
Yeah. And tell me what you look like. What are you wearing?
I have on cowboy boots, shorts, and a cover.
I'm sorry, a cowboy boots and what?
And a red T-shirt, and I'm using the cover as a umbrella. Yeah, don't argue with them. Don't argue.
Are
Don't
you
argue
white?
with nobody.
Are you white, black, Hispanic, Asian?
I'm black.
Okay. And who's the other person in the background with you?
Sarah, it's just a little shit that we have sex every now and then.
Okay. All right. We'll get somebody out to you. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Hey, what in tarnation's going on?
God damn it. There's so much going on. What in tarnation's going on here?
So someone robbed you?
He's got them cowboy boots on. fucking poncho or some shit.
Black dude said that he know where to get some ice from, and she said that she liked to smoke it. So, because I'm trying to show her a good time, is I was going to my pocket to get dude money, and then the fuck.
So you guys were going to buy drugs?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, don't.
She's walking away, and then oh, you can't even see her. There's a lady right next to her, and she said no. Yeah, yeah, and now she's walking away.
Lie to this man. Don't lie, because
don't lie to this man. This cop. You're trying to buy ice.
He fucked up. Yes.
Okay.
I was trying to get her high, so I could fuck her.
I was trying to get her high so I could fuck her. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. Oh. God damn it. I ran out of beer. That was my last beer. Oh. Hold on. Damn it. I think I might have one more tucked away somewhere. This is just fucking. This is gold. This is fucking gold. Holy shit. Oh. Oh, there are just layers happening here. Oh my god. Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
There's no need to sugarcoat what's going on. I tell her let me talk for a reason.
All right.
And dude ran in his house, never came out. So dude took my $25, and we was on Sullivan in Cypress right here, just sitting in the little benches right there. That's in front of that little church building. And I don't know if there's cameras or what, but I'm just telling you, dude ran off with my money, and I'm not getting no pussy, and I don't got no drugs for her. So I'm.
He took my money, and I ain't getting no. I get no puss and no drugs, so I'm upset.
Flat out.
All right.
And that's what's really going on.
Well, I'm not going to be able to get your money back.
Okay, like that part's cool, but dude.
Okay. So keep your hand in your pocket.
I'm sorry, sir.
That's all right.
Wallet chain. I'm
That's
sorry.
okay.
I'll just show you. I don't have no weapons. I don't, sir. No.
Oh my.
I got a little something here.
I got
don't
you.
Got weapons. I don't, man.
All right. So homeboy grabbed your money, ran in the house, and then
ran
come back.
He took it and ran and didn't come out. So.
Okay.
Therefore, at the end of the day, instead of doing some bullshit, I said I'm gonna stand here till the police come. I'm not scared of you. Like I'm not scared. Like you stole my shit, and I don't care. Do what you gotta do, but I'm gonna call the police instead of do something crazy, and we're gonna get to the bottom of why you ran off on my shit.
All right. What it? Do you? I'm sorry. Do you know these people here then?
Nah, I don't know these people, man.
I thought you said they ran into this house.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
I followed dude down the alley. Dude went in this house. Dude went in this house with my money, so he stopped me from getting pussy because he ran off with my money to get her right. Flat out.
Okay. Well, I mean, you know, we ain't gonna be able to help you get your money back.
Tess just super chatted with Tess. They said Tess.
All right. You didn't mention anything about a gun. You said that he had a gun now?
Yeah, so the gun was on his hip. The guy didn't.
Fucking hell, thank you, Josh, for the $100 super chat.
Just say, give me your money. The guy had his gun shown. He was like, oh, he grabbed my money and took off. He grabbed the money in his house.
Sorry, Mandy.
He went in his house with my money, so he stopped me from getting pussy because he ran off with my money to get her right. Flat out.
Okay, well, I mean, we ain't gonna be able to help you get your money back or your drugs or anything like that.
I'm not trying to get money or drugs. I just want something to happen, man. Because at the end of the day, is they stole my shit. Dude had a gun out, and when I was going through my wallet to go through my money, he grabbed the money and ran. So at the end of the day, it's a robbery. It is like he strong-armed me with a gun.
You didn't mention anything about a gun. You said that he had a gun now?
Yeah, so the gun was on his hip. The guy didn't just say, give me your money. The guy had his gun shown. He was like, oh, he grabbed my money and took off.
And this happened right at Sullivan and Cypress?
Yep.
And then he went run down this alley, ran in his house?
Yep.
Okay. But did he threaten you at all with the gun, or did he just had it out?
He had the gun out on his hip. He snatched my money.
Was it on a holster or in his waistband?
It was just in his waistband. It wasn't
just in his waistband?
Yeah, it wasn't.
All right, so he told you that he knew where to get ice.
Yeah.
And you were like, that sounds cool. I'm about to do that.
Flat out.
And you pulled out money, and he had his gun in his waistband.
Like this, like.
And then he grabbed it and ran in here.
His house. So I told him I'm not leaving to.
He didn't make any threats though. He didn't pull it out. He didn't fire any gunshots off or point at you, nothing like that. All right. You said there's a camera. Is the camera going to be able to show him have a gun?
I don't know if there's a camera. I'm saying it's a Sullivan, and everybody knows what goes on Sullivan. So
Ma'am.
She's mad because she ain't got her drugs. I'm just saying I was trying to.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
She mad she ain't got her drugs. I was trying to get some play.
I mean, just keeping it real.
Just keeping it real.
Okay. I mean, like that's why I said just let me talk. The truth means I don't gotta make nothing up. I can just tell it how it is.
Okay.
You know, she's a Southern that boy. I was trying to get it right. So why don't we just keep it real?
All right. Yep. Well, yeah. I mean, he may have had a gun on him. You say he didn't point at you, didn't make any threats.
No, but then that's what I'm saying is.
He just said, I know where you can get some ice, and you were like, okay, that sounds cool.
Dude.
You had money out, he grabbed it and ran off.
Dude ran my money, so at the end of the day.
Okay. It is a theft. Absolutely it is.
I don't want to do nothing stupid, man. I'm not gonna
Absolutely
lie.
it is.
How
much money was it?
$25, man. It was a 20 and a 5.
A 20 and a 5. What does this gentleman look like?
Black guy. He had on a blue champion hoodie. He had on a black satchel like mine, like a little mini book bag, and he had on black pants.
I mean, I agree. This has to be completely. I honestly feel like this has to be semi-normal for officers. Like they have to, this kind of might be not unorthodox, but at the same time, this is still very surreal that we're having this discussion right now.
And that's what I noticed.
Okay. How old does he look?
He looked about in his early 30s, like I'm in my early 30s, so we had that.
Height, weight on him?
Yeah, he looked about $150, about 5'10".
Okay. And you say he ran in here?
Yes, sir.
All right. 20 and a 5.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm gonna go try to make contact with these guys here. You just hang out here for a minute, okay?
Sure.
They should not bring trouble here like that.
Say it's just him and his brother. And
Just you and your brother in there?
And he's MRDD, so he ain't causing trouble for anybody. He doesn't. He said nobody came running in here recently either.
All right.
I don't know if did they say they've been staying here the whole time, or did they go walking?
They're on the street. She's a 49.
Oh, yeah.
He's trying to get her drugs for 49 activity. And it's kind of funny because
I can only assume 49 means prostitution. I mean, I'm just making an educated guess here.
he just flat out says it. So
he just straight up says it.
They come to my damn door and hollering something about ice.
Unless they
I don't
pulled it
know,
all
maybe that's what they're on.
down because there was a trap house that was all like.
But that's my garage. There ain't. I mean, you guys can look if you want. There's nothing. There's nothing
All right.
here, man. I don't start.
There's nobody else in the house?
Yeah, I got my brother in there. He's
Just your
not
brother?
started.
You mind if I just poke my head in there and say hi?
Come on,
Is he all right? What's his name?
Girlfriend's here. No, there's my brother right here. This is my brother.
Hello.
You know,
we might have a I don't know. These people here probably on some drugs
or something wrong.
But they said that someone run in the house and.
That's a lie. My door's been locked all morning. I've been here.
You guys the only ones that live here?
The only one that lives here, me and him.
Just you live here and him?
Yeah. Yeah, me and my brother.
Wait, so did he just fucking meth up this entire scenario?
You and your brother? All right. Nobody else lives upstairs or downstairs?
No. I mean, my buddy's girlfriend's here, but.
Okay.
Here's Ann.
That's okay. It could be. It could be a bit of a misunderstanding.
It's something's got to be wrong.
He said he's seen someone run into here, and there ain't no one in here that matches the description. So
I have. I've been here all morning.
All right. All right.
I mean,
I appreciate it.
If something happens, I'll sure be one to tell you guys. You hear?
All right. Appreciate it.
Ain't no problem. Yeah, something going on.
Oh, yeah. What's going on? Thanks for talking to us.
Ain't no problem. Yeah, she hit my nose with that stick. I started to call you guys myself, so I did.
Are you positive it was that house? Because I was just in there, walked around. There was nobody in there that matched that description. These guys, there's two old guys that live there, and they said they didn't had anyone run into their house.
I know, man. But that's
Was it a house? Was it a house nearby? Maybe you thought it was that one because down the alley. I mean.
Now trust me, I was on Sullivan Cypress, so you can really take this alley and cut through a parking lot of that little building thing. It's a church right here in the parking lot. I just cut through the parking lot and watched, dude.
Okay.
I'm watching clear as day.
Okay. Well, like I said, I was in there. There was two old guys, and I guess his buddy's girlfriend was in there. So those were the only people in that house. Okay. So I'll take down your info. Yep. All right. I'll get you a port number and whatnot.
Thank you.
And where do you stay at?
I live at that shelter.
Van Buren?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Honestly.
Well, maybe I know it's kind of a silly thing to say, but probably ixnay on the UGG drays there for a while. All right. Maybe find a way to attract women that don't need
I know.
don't need acquired such a taste.
I know, man.
What's your name, man?
Pierre Williams, Pierre RRE. WILLIAMS.
Birthday?
6/21/89.
That's $25.
Yes, sir.
I got the description. 5'10", 150. Had a little beardish kind.
Yeah.
Champion backpack.
Nah, blue champion hoodie,
Blue champion.
black backpack, black pants.
Okay.
Black
Blue
guy.
champion hoodie.
Is it black guy you said?
Yep, black guy.
How about skin tone? Dark, light?
Dark, real
dark?
real dark, like
Okay.
black.
Okay.
I
All right.
definitely
Well,
didn't
let me.
look like anybody in that.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you, sir.
Right there, my man.
I'm gonna put it in my wallet, man.
Yeah. Try to find better places to hang out too, because you'll need someone out here.
Ah!
49 stuff.
Yes, I love these horses. All right.
Well. Don't, yeah,
I love these.
Leave them alone too. They're gonna get you.
I know. Man.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
They can get you some kind of disease that you can't shake off.
This is the best video. Oh my god, this will probably be in my top 10 end of year videos. This is definitely going into my top 10. There's just so much going on here. Oh yes, guys, I'll post a link right now. Here's the link to the original video. Shout out to Columbus police body cam. There you go. But that was wild. And all right, guys, thanks a lot for watching. I appreciate it. We're gonna call it here. I might actually go back live on my gaming channel. I'm doing New Game Plus on God of War because it actually does add a decent amount of difficulty. I felt like I got out of it pretty good in base God of War, so I might get back on there again. But all right, I'll see you guys later. Take care. Adios.